Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share and play.
Hello everyone, it's day 2 of DEPHEMEREMBER. Gosh, I hope you're not getting that wind sound as I'm recording this. We'll see how we go. Anyway, this is hosted by Luise Heinzl and Barbara. Barbara is over at 49 Dragonflies and Luise Heinzl is Luise Heinzl on YouTube. Their links are below. But today's challenge is salvaged birds. So as you can see, my birds are fussy cut from an old book. So it's another way to honour old books is to fussy cut out images. And I decided that I just would cut a bit of book page around the edge, added a bit of inking to it, just because I love book pages. Now then I thought, what am I going to do with this? And I happened to have this piece of paper sitting on my desk that was folded in half. So I inked all around it, I rounded the corners, and voila, I'm doing a booklet. So that is, all I'm doing today. Inside, I added another couple of strips that were in a slightly different tone so that it felt even more like a booklet. And this is such an easy thing. I just love doing these little note cards and booklets in our journals. It's something I do a lot of because it gives you lots of extra writing space and they look interesting because each one is completely unique. So here we go. More of that pink coloured cloth I'm into at the moment. It looks like it's going to be a pink Christmas for me this year. Anyway, I used that as a background just so that the pieces that I put on top popped out over it. So I stamped nature on a little edge strip that I had, another little piece of coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper, and popped a bit of cheesecloth down, and then I popped the word over the top. So that just gave me a little title for this page. Whoops, go on, in you go, you can do it. I've glued the back of nature already and it sort of just stuck it all together because I was nice and heavy-handed on my glue on the back of that nature strip. So that worked out just fine and dandy. Now, while I was stamping, I thought, well, I better get out some of my number stamps. These ones are the Witchcraft Do You Do stamps. So I popped those around my piece and, just some off the edge, that little circle. I don't know, it just gave it a bit of a finished touch. And then, of course, my lovely $2 store little checkered box thingy bob that I stamped this on everything. It's one of the best purchases I ever made. I think it cost me $1. So I use it in everything from my jelly prints to just stamping to adding textures to whenever I'm not sure what to do. It's one of those things that I just tend to pop onto a piece and it all works out. So then I thought, well, let's continue with the cheesecloth, and I popped another big piece behind the boidies. So as I said, I was quite generous with the glue, and then that managed to kind of go through the cheesecloth as long as there was a little bit of hold behind the cheesecloth as well. So look, there's not much more to this. I decided that on my backgrounds, I've stamped a bit on the backgrounds, but I've basically got these two big birds. They were one of the things that I was doing in one of my son's education pictures. We were doing some nature studies and I had some left over, so they went into my stash. Of course they did. And then I just popped it in a belly band, which was again just some edge strips that I had. And my belly band was way too wide for that piece to really hold it, so I just glued it a little bit closer. I'm not terrific on my belly bands, to be honest, but this one actually seemed to work. It actually seemed to hold it, so I'm very happy with that. Anyhow, there he is. There's my piece for today, and I will see you again tomorrow, of course. I'm really enjoying seeing everybody's DEPHEMEREMBER challenges. It's wonderful. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time, and in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy!